Doesn't happen often, but both of the leading gubernatorial candidates are in Western New York today. Republican Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman in Olean. He pushed today for an end to New York's ban on fracking, while Democratic sitting Governor Kathy Hochul touted what she calls success in her affordability agenda. She was at a stop in Buffalo. Neither of the candidates has a primary challenger, and so they will face off 144 days from now in the November general election. And County Executive Bruce Blakeman joins us live here tonight. Sir, it's great to have you on the show. I hope you had a great day down there in Olean. I know you were really focused, and that's where I want to start on this issue of fracking. We know that affordability right now, and especially with energy prices, it's so top of mind. I want to start with how Governor Kathy Hochul responded to you earlier today, and then I'll get your reaction to it. Listen to this.
This ban's been in place for years, and we're following the law of the state of New York. This was an environmental issue that people saw a lot of information that was very concerning about the effects on the water table and surrounding properties, and literally gas fumes coming out of people's faucets. So I don't have any guarantee that the technology has gotten any better or more secure. I've not seen that, which is why I'm leaning hard into our renewable energy systems.
Sir, there was a Siena poll almost exactly a year ago that found 48% of New Yorkers support the ban on fracking, 33% oppose it. Is it a winning position in the state of New York to end this ban on fracking?
Well, that was a year ago, and now, of course, we know that New York's utility bills are 70% higher than the national average, 70%. Every place I go in New York State, people say that they can't afford their electric bill. We have to do something to create a bigger supply of energy. We're sitting on the biggest natural gas reserve in the United States of America on the border of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania allows the extraction of natural gas. They're driving brand new Cadillac Escalades in Pennsylvania. On the New York side of the border in the southern tier, people are driving around in 25-year-old rusted out pickup trucks. We need the energy. We need to create economic development. Kathy Hochul is dead wrong, because I know that she hasn't told people the fact that we are buying the gas from Pennsylvania, the same gas that is here in New York State. It is bizarre. We should be supporting our state, investing in our state, and bringing our utility costs down. She has invested in the green energy scam, where she takes money out of people's utility bills every month on science projects that don't work. They produce very little energy. They're very expensive. We're sitting on a natural gas reserve. We should use it.
We also know that natural gas supplies, I believe, about half of our electric grid as well. So there's a lot of gas usage here in the state of New York. If we talk big picture about energy prices, the governor once again and a lot of Democrats touting the checks that will be going out to New Yorkers, these energy rebate checks. What do you make of that being in the budget? And what else would you do as governor to deal with just high prices overall? Inflation, the highest now, depending on which metric you use, the highest in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, so basically, Kathy Hochul wants to give us all a couple of $100, and we'll all gladly take it. But in the meantime, she's raised energy costs 45 times in the last 4 years. So she's made it unaffordable to live in New York. People can't afford to pay their electric bill. They're living from paycheck to paycheck. I can cut the utility bills in half by ending the green energy scam, reducing taxes on your utility bill. Yes, Kathy Hochul actually taxes your utility bill, and excessive delivery charges.
Earlier this week, you were at the Knicks game. Unfortunately for Knicks fans, it was the one in which they lost. But there was some video of you, and I want to show it, put it on the screen here, sitting with President Trump inside the suite. You are obviously a supporter of President Trump. You have been for years. Politically, though, here in New York, you probably know he is quite unpopular. What do you say to New Yorkers who might like you, but polls show they don't necessarily like President Trump?
Well, they really don't like Kathy in New York miserable, and the polling shows that. So it's not, this election is not about Donald Trump. It's about Kathy Hochul. She's been the governor for 4 years. She's the one that's made us the most overtaxed state in the United States of America, 70% higher utility bills than the rest of America, and we are at the bottom of economic development in America. We're number 41 out of 50 states. So she's the one that's made it unaffordable. I will create good jobs with good salaries, good benefits, cut your utility bill, cut your taxes, and make it more affordable so you and your families will actually be able to have not only the necessities of life, but enjoy some of the luxuries like taking your kids on vacation or buying your daughter a prom dress without having to sweat it out.
There is a big back and forth going on right now between federal immigration authorities and the governor of New York, also the mayor of New York City. Where do you stand on the changes that were included in the state budget restricting ICE? As you know, if you look at the polls, ICE and federal immigration agents are not very popular in the state of New York, probably popular among Republicans in the state, but certainly not among the entire populace.
Well, my county has 110,000 more Democrats than Republicans, and I won re-election in a landslide, and I won the Hispanic and Latino vote because it's their communities that would be having more crime, overcrowded schools. So in the last year, I've removed 2,000 illegal migrants by working with our federal government. And these illegal migrants had criminal records from attempted murder to rape to carjacking to burglary, robbery, drug dealing, gang activity. Where does Kathy Hochul want me to put these 2,000 people who are illegal migrants who committed crimes? And why is Kathy Hochul investing $8 billion of our taxpayer money on people that aren't New Yorkers, they're not Americans, they just arrive in New York, they get free transportation, free food, free housing, a free cell phone, all at taxpayer expense? That ends on day one when I become governor.
As I mentioned at the top of the show, you spent today down in Olean. I know that you have some future visits planned here to Erie County as well. Political analysts have told me time and again that if you have a pathway to the governor's mansion here in New York, you need to do really well in the western part of the state. We haven't seen you here a lot. Will that be changing over the next few months as the campaign heats up?
Yeah, it'll be changing. My lieutenant governor candidate, Sheriff Todd Hood from Madison County, he's traveled all over upstate New York while I've been downstate raising money because campaigns cost a lot of money. But now that the summertime is here, I will be visiting upstate New York more, whether it's Western New York, the Southern Tier, Central New York, the North Country, Hudson Valley, you name it, the Capital District. I will be all over, and I know this area. I know this area very well. I did business in this area. This isn't my first time in this area. I've done business in Tonawanda, Lackawanna. I've done business in Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, and I'm here today in Olean. We're actually right now in Ellicottville, and I will be all over the state. Western New Yorkers want a governor that cares about them. Kathy Hochul doesn't care about Western New Yorkers. She just gave a $5 billion bailout to New York City of our taxpayer dollars without any strings attached to Zohran Mamdani, who's a communist. He's a guy that doesn't believe in American values and principles. She endorsed him. He endorsed her. He wants to destroy our economy here in New York. I'm not going to let that happen as governor.
Republican candidate for New York Governor Bruce Blakeman. We got through a bunch of topics, sir. It's great to have you on the show. We've also invited Governor Kathy Hochul on as well. We hope to have both of you in Buffalo for a debate as we lead up to the election as well. So we hope both of you will do that.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Appreciate your time. Thanks.